You know, a lot of writing it's not just how well you write. It's the story that you choose to tell. You can spend a lot of beautiful words. You want to pick that story that you deserve or deserves you or something like that. I was born in Los Angeles, California in 1953, and I'm the author of mystery thriller novels. The first one was published in 1985. I came to stories real early when I was young, too young to really even understand the English language. My mother read to me while I was in the crib, and I responded to those words and those stories somehow. They hypnotized me, and later when I was a little older and could understand, Mom and Dad would read me books and many stories, nature stories typically, illustrated books. I always loved them, and I carried a love of story and books into school and into high school and into college where I studied English. I got a job on a weekly newspaper pretty much right out of college, a paper called the Newport Ensign. And that's where I learned the basics of writing journalism, you know, the who, what, where, when, and why. From a purely practical point, it was great because at 5 o'clock every day, I would unplug, this is how old I am, I would unplug my IBM Selectric typewriter. I would unplug it, reach down, unplug it from the wall, and then I would take a stack of maybe 20 sheets of brand new clean typing paper, and I'd set it on the Selectric, and I'd wrap the cord around it, and I'd watch the second hand. 5 o'clock, I would stand up, and I would run to my car, and I would throw that in the trunk of my the back of my Pinto station wagon, and I would hightail it home to my little apartment, and I would start writing on my book. So I not only got to ride along with the cops and get paid for it, I got to steal the paper, and I got to use their typewriter. I threw away 2,500 pages of Laguna Heat before I wrote draft number 6, and I would banish from that draft any conscious efforts to duplicate or echo my literary heroes. My voice came out in that, and when I was able to turn down the volume on all my heroes, you know.
Based on the national bestseller, Laguna Heat tells the story of Tom Shepard's return to Laguna Beach, where he becomes obsessed with the investigation of the past.
Think your big city smarts can cut this one, Shepard?
If you can handle that, I'd like your company tonight.
Laguna Heat, somewhere between passion and danger.
The reason that I do this is because I really do kind of like to write. I like it, you know. The rewards are a good sentence or a good paragraph or a good line of dialogue, a good twist or turn of story that people aren't seeing necessarily. And the writing of the first draft without any notes and no input, that clean first draft where you've got a ream of 500 blank sheets of paper and it's your job to fill them up. I love that part. I think that's great.